Hi, it's Rupert here from Action Coach Nick and Ross, and I'm joined today by Becky Lumsden of Pure Spa and Beauty. Welcome, Becky.
Hi, thanks for having me on your little show.
Thanks, Becky. So just to get us started, just tell us who are Pure Spa and Beauty and what do you do?
Yeah, so Pure Spa and Beauty, we essentially provide amazing, lovely spa and beauty services um, throughout the UK. So we have 25 spas from Brighton in the south to Aberdeen in the north, and lots of places in between. And we also have our own product range. So most of our treatments we do using our own natural, 100% natural products. So, yeah.
So you set out on this journey, what, 22 years ago, with one
Indeed.
spa in Edinburgh, and you're now 25 locations, what, getting on for 200 in your team?
Hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty awesome journey. So what took you into starting that first spa?
Um, I absolutely love having treatments. So I'm a very passionate spa and beauty wellness. It's been a massive passion of mine since I don't know, as long as I can remember. Um, and so I actually uh, going back, I have a degree in chemical engineering because I was quite a geek at school, so I was quite techy, I guess, and I love maths as well. So I did engineering as my degree, and then I decided I didn't want to be an engineer when I graduated. So I went into accountancy and I trained to be a chartered accountant. So I'm also a chartered accountant as well. Um, so which lends itself to someone who likes maths and spreadsheets and things. But what I really love is having lovely treatments. So although I guess my skill set, if you like, it's kind of finance, it's the treatments that I love. So that's why I started Pure, really.
Yeah,
It was to
fantastic.
share the love.
Well, they always say do something you love and the rest follows. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's a pretty varied set of skills that you've brought in, a deep knowledge of the spas and the treatments from the recipient's point of view, the beneficiary's point of view, the knowledge of numbers and the ability to do chemical engineering. You've now got your own product range. What what were the biggest challenges when you first started out, when you moved from the world of accountancy into running your own business?
Um, I think, well, I was quite young, so I was 26 when I started the business. And probably with a bit of youth comes a little bit of naivety around, oh, this will probably be quite easy to do. Um, Nothing is ever easy when you have your own business, as I'm sure most entrepreneurs will say. I actually now think that having, anyone who starts a business always has my absolute ultimate respect, whether it's successful or unsuccessful, because it's so hard. And you do have to be, you know, the jack of all trades, really. You have to, the buck stops with you, so you have to learn very quickly absolutely everything. You're the lawyer, the accountant, the cleaner, the receptionist. You're everything to everyone. And when you start out, there's no one really to help you. And then as you get obviously a team around you, you can sort of share the burden a little bit. But it kind of changes as you get bigger, and the risks get higher. But it's I wouldn't have it any other way. I love what I do. Um, it has its ups and downs. but at least I never ever get up in the morning and think I don't want to do what I do today. Never.
Awesome.
Absolutely never. So
Yeah.
I guess
So,
that's something.
so what is it that, you're running a business that's built on your passion, the enthusiasm for it comes pouring out of you. What is it that you've done differently with Pure Spa to the other spas that you'd come into contact with before you started your own business?
I think we really focus on um, I'm a great believer that our product is how people feel when they leave, right? Because they come into a spa and they want to feel amazing and float out of the door. And that's that, being able to deliver that is not just about having a really lovely treatment. It's about the whole ambience. It's about the premises that you're coming into. It's about the spa. It's about the smell. It's about the person who you greet on the phone when you're booking. It's the person who you meet when you come in the door. So it actually encompasses a lot of different elements. And to actually deliver that consistently over, a long period of time, sounds quite easy, but is nothing but easy. And we focus so much on how we deliver that amazing service, down to, our, we have a Pure bed set up, for example, so every towel that you touch is all planned, right? So you might as a client think, oh, I'm just coming into a lovely treatment room, the lights are dim, the bed looks inviting. All of that has been, you know, planned to an inch of its life to make sure that we deliver on that service. And I think it's that attention to the absolute, for how the guest feels when they leave. That relentless focus on that is what really makes it different.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly sounds anything but easy. And the attention of the engineer shines through.
Yes,
So,
yes, I guess that would be great. Yes.
so so that's, there's an immense amount of planning that's gone into that. You've got a team of somewhere in the region of 200 people. How have you gone about getting the right people to help you deliver that?
Um, well, about probably when I had about 4 spas, was a bit of a pivotal moment for the business because they all ran completely separately. It was like, there was 4 separate spas that just happened to be part of the same company, and I was run ragged basically trying to manage this because they weren't even there was Aberdeen, Glasgow and Edinburgh, so it wasn't even like they were in the same vicinity, so it was crazy busy. And then what I did was, I thought I can't go on like this. I need to put some things in place. So that's when we started putting in, more structure around, people's job roles and what we did consistently across the piece. And one of the biggest things we put in place then was I did a project with my team at the time, which was around our values. What does pure mean to them? And we did this whole exercise around, I basically gave them all a post-it note, 3 post-it notes, and I asked them to all write down 3 words that described what they thought was a pure person. And they had to stick them on a poster of a person. And then we collected them all in the post-its, wrote down a list of all the words that came up, and the top 5 became our values in the company. So they are professional, passionate, trusted, caring, and team. Now that was probably, well over 10 years ago that we did that exercise, but they still are our values today, and we use them fairly relentlessly in the business to recruit. We use them to assess absolutely everything we do, Whether it's staff, whether it's team members, whether it's suppliers, everything is kind of assessed around, do they fit in with our values? And it's not saying our values are the be all and end all, but they are for pure. And so if you get everyone, even, everyone's kind of aligned with that vision of what those values mean, it makes it easier to deliver what you're really trying to achieve.
Absolutely. I mean, it's having the right culture, the right values in an organization, so incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Mm.
So when you look back on the journey you've been on, what's the one piece of advice you'd give to your 18-year-old self starting out on the journey of life?
um that's a good question. I think don't doubt yourself would is just the thing that comes to my mind, because um sometimes I think we're more resilient than we realize. And I think the biggest sort of lesson that I've learned through the ups and downs, because there's been many ups and downs. I mean, I've been through, the financial crisis, the COVID, open, close, you name it. I will have a story about it um somewhere. And through all of that, I've managed somehow to get through. And it's not because I knew how to deal with that situation before it came. It was just that I had no choice for a start,
Yeah.
just have to get on with it. But the only times where I've sort of hesitated is when I've doubted myself. And I think, that sometimes you have this, everyone has this inner strength to carry on, that they don't necessarily believe in themselves. And if you can believe in yourself and go tell your inner voice you can do this, I think it goes a long way to helping you get through any situation.
You started off this conversation by saying when you set out at 26, maybe you didn't know what was ahead. And maybe that's part of the success because you didn't know you couldn't do it and you have done. And
Yeah,
you've
probably.
created an incredible business.
Oh, thanks.
It's a bit like being on a roller coaster, but it is. It's so 25 spas at the moment. Where are you going? Where will you be in 5 years?
um Well, I'd like to be global. I've always got big ambitions, so global, many more spas. We've I've got so many opportunities in new spas. We just opened two in London last week. We've got more planned for this year. Um, and I'm also super keen on developing our product range, because another passion of mine is alongside wellness and spa is sustainability, and what you put into your body and on your skin, I suppose. And our range is plant-based, and it's a 100% natural. There is not a single chemical in it. It's really effective. And I think the way, we all need to look after the planet, we need to find solutions for our everyday products that can sustain themselves. So I'm incredibly excited about that opportunity as well.
Fantastic. So
So yeah.
worldwide, protecting the planet, awesome range of products.
Yeah, so yeah, not yeah, my yeah, be quite busy, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's an exciting journey.
Yeah, no, it's exciting.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. There's some amazing lessons in there about belief, resilience, and the power of setting the right standard and the right values for the people, all of you who are working within the organization. And to grow a business from 5 people to 200, one store to one branch to 25 and accelerating, to to have that momentum and the passion still there 22 years on. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much for coming and sharing it with us.
Well, thank you for having me.